Hi again, everybody, and welcome to Retirement SOS. I'm Johnny Depp.
And I'm Amber? Wow.
Oh, sorry. I guess they've been in the news too much this week, so we're gonna do our intro again. I'm Ernie,
And I'm Beth, and this is Ruby.
and today we're going to talk about two problematic expenses that we've had in our 2022 budget after just 4 months. But as you can see, we're not panicking like we did last year when we had a whole bunch of unexpected overspends, because we've taken some measures this year that really have helped us. This isn't going to be a long video, but I want you to pay attention to the measures that have kept us on track with our budget. So we're going to talk about the first expense that exceeded our 2022 retirement budget, and it was travel, and it was our recent trip to Florida. So originally we were going to drive down, but then at the last minute, and it really was the last minute, right? We decided to fly. And why was that?
Well, we were originally going to drive down with the dog. We booked a dog-friendly place in Fort Lauderdale, and we were going to do some traveling after Fort Lauderdale into Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and we had this whole trip planned. And as we were getting ready, and we were like actually packing all the stuff for the dog, like the crate, and we have a dog stroller and her food, and we kind of both looked at each other and went, what are we doing? Like, we haven't had a vacation in 2.5 years. Why are we bringing the dog?
Yeah.
Why are we doing this to ourselves? So then we thought, if we're not bringing the dog, why don't we just fly down, get there faster, get to the sun faster? And so that's what we did.
However, in terms of the economics, we did overspend. So what it turned out to be was an overspend of $1,100. And that's a net cost, because what we did is we subtracted the costs that we had for driving, gas, hotels, and what have you, and then came up with the $1,100 overspend. But as I said, we didn't panic because of something very, very smart that we did that we're going to get into. But first, we want to just tell you about the second expense that Beth is going to talk about.
So our second expense has to do with this little monster here. She needs to have a deep teeth cleaning with a possible back tooth extraction. Cover your ears, Ruby, I know.
Ooh, that's going to hurt.
Yeah. We actually knew this was coming up, but of course we did not put enough in the budget for it. So we had $1,000 set aside for what Ruby needed to have done. And I think it's going to cost closer to $1,600, maybe even $1,800, because she also has a little lump that she might get removed on her back. So it's costing us a little bit more than we expected.
But the key was, and the key word here is, if you're not sure of an expense, the key word is placeholder. So by placing that $1,000 placeholder in our budget, and it's going to cost us $1,600. So we're going to have an over cost of $600. But it's certainly a lot easier to take that than having a $1,600 over cost.
Yeah.
So between our Florida trip and Ruby's operation, we were over budget by $1,700. Our second financial strategy, again, is very, very simple. So last December, we started an emergency fund to account for budget variances. So we have this $1,700. Now, if this was last year, again, we'd have to draw from our savings. But because we started this emergency fund, we have the money in there. So that means we don't touch any of our savings or portfolios. And as you can see, we're not panicking because we actually have the money in the fund. But start an emergency fund.
Yeah.
Believe you me, everything is so volatile financially out in the supply chain, and expenses
And inflation.
and inflation, that the horrible word that starts with I. So you really do need a backup plan. And I know a lot of people say it's a waste of time, but don't listen to them. Start one immediately. Look how it helped us.
We realize this is a challenging time financially for a lot of seniors, so we hope these simple tips can help you along the way. Thank you for watching Retirement SOS. Until next time.
Bye for now.